Good morning, everyone. I'm Alessandra Cannelli. I'm a member of TESOL Italy's Executive Committee, and I'd like to welcome you to this session of TESOL Italy's 47th convention. Our speaker for this session is Palmina La Rosa. Palmina is a teacher trainer and a qualified coach accredited by ICF, and she holds the IH Diploma in Educational Management and the University of Cambridge Certificate in High Impact Leadership. She is a career guidance specialist accredited by AS&OR, dedicated to pursuing excellence, conveying passion and enthusiasm for her work. Today's session, Palmina's session title is Be the Sparkle of Change in Our VUCA World. Be a Teacher Coach. Palmina, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thanks, Alessandra. Thanks, TESOL, for hosting me. And thank you, everyone, for being here. I'm sure you're having a great time with TESOL. So yes, today I'm going to talk about something a little bit different from what we usually do in our classroom. And I would like to immediately share my slides because they will help me guide you through a sort of different journey from the one that we usually have in education. And the title of this presentation tells you a lot. I'm talking about sparkle, I'm talking about change, I'm talking about VUCA world and what this will be, and about teacher coaching. What does it really mean? How can this help us? So I would like to start by telling you a little bit about myself. Alessandra has introduced me, and thank you, Alessandra. I would like to go a little bit more into my personal life, because my personal life has brought me here and has given me the reason to be here today. I founded my language school 27 years ago, GIG International House. We are based in Catania. This is where I am at the moment, beautiful Catania with the lovely, lovely weather. So I've always been involved in education, either as a teacher, as a manager, as a director of studies. So I know what happens in the classroom because this is my experience. This is where everything started. But then after I founded my school, I realized I needed something more. I could see that both my teachers and students from time to time struggled in changing their approaches according to what was happening in the school. They found challenging in getting good results with their tests. And because I had been a coachee. Okay, this is a nice picture. This is me when I was 16. I have always been involved in coaching as a coachee first. And I had a real passion for that. I knew how much this could change my life. I decided to become a qualified coach myself. And I followed the International Coaching Federation journey to become a coach. And this is where I started offering my coaching services in my school. It was maybe 4 years ago that I opened my department, so an internal department, which is CTD, Coaching, Training and Development, a department which had as its main objective to support whoever came in my school, either as a parent, as a teacher, as a student. And this is when I decided to offer my services like the one I'm offering today at TESOL. And my value proposition for today, but my value proposition in life is to share what I have learned as a coach and offer a different point of view to you as teachers. So we will experience something slightly different from what we are used to receive from conferences and from sessions. So today's agenda, so in these 45 minutes, 35 now together, what we are going to look at is what is VUCA. Okay, this is a word that has a very powerful meaning, and it is something we really try and integrate in our life as educators, but as parents, as individuals. We will look at what competencies we need to face this VUCA world. I will also share an approach, which is the main approach, which is also the approach that I have used when I decided to offer this presentation today. And we are going to see some techniques that you can bring into the classroom tomorrow, if you like, okay? So my first question, and I would like you to write in the chat, do you know what VUCA is? Have you got any idea of what VUCA means? Let me check. Okay, it's okay. I didn't know what VUCA was until I attended my leadership program at the University of Cambridge. Not exactly. Well, I'm very happy because at least today we will see something useful for you. Now, VUCA is an acronym. It stands for 4 words that I'm going to tell you in a second. But just to tell you a little bit of history of what this word is and when it was founded. It was founded after the terrorist attack in 2001 by the United States Army War College. And the reason for that is that so far they have been used to have very precise processes and procedures to face an attack, a terrorist attack, but the the Twin Tower attack was something so different and so unpredictable that they realized that they had to change their procedures and processes to be ready to something completely unpredictable. So just to tell you a little bit more about what each letter stands for. V stands for volatile, okay? Because our world is changes very rapidly and very uncontrollably, okay? The change is unpredictable. The change can happen when we do not expect that it happens. Can you remember a couple of years ago, one day, someone said, from tomorrow on, you have to stay at home, you cannot go out. It was something that we had no clue it would have happened, but it has. So V stands for volatile. U stands for uncertain. Uncertain because everything is so unpredictable, is so unclear, is so uncertain that it is very difficult to plan. It's hard to prepare for. And preparation for us as teacher is fundamental. But then something changes. Again, remember 2 years ago, from tomorrow on, you go online. Okay, and we have all become experts in online teaching. C stands for complex. A lot of things happen all together. Some Something is good, something is bad, something is challenging, but a lot of things happen all together. Just watch the news and look at how many things in just one day happens. These things happened even 20 years ago, 10 years ago, but now, because we have the internet and we can have immediate access to all the news, this is where something can look really confused and chaotic. And unfortunately, all this brings ambiguity in our life. Things are not clear. We don't know where problem starts from. And we can get really, really, really confused. And so you may ask, Permina, why are you talking about the world? We know that all these things happen, but we are safe in our school, okay? Students live in a sort of safe place. We care for them. We are there to help them. So why should our students become familiar with these VUCA factors? And the reason for that is that, yes, the school is a safe place, but we have seen that also school can then be disrupted by something that happens. And also because our students then, when they leave our schools, they face this world. They face this world when they watch or they use their mobile telephone. They face this world when they go out with their friends. So I think that as educators, we really need to bring these VUCA factors into our classroom, not because we want them to be afraid of them, but because we can use this volatile world, this uncertain, complex, ambiguous world as an opportunity. And let's have a look at how we can change each factor of the VUCA world for our students. So the first thing that we should be able to create in our school, in our classroom, is vision, okay? A vision of whatever our students do. The goal that they have to reach needs to be perceived as vision, as an emotion, as something that can give them something that they can feel. So create this world as a vision where objectives becomes values. Remember, my vision today, my value proposition today is to exchange, to share my experience. Uncertainty. We should help our students to learn to understand things, to listen, to be active listeners, to be good observers, to develop new kind of thinking, to review what they have done and evaluate their performance so that they understand how to perform better, how to reach their objective more easily. And how can we change this complexity, which looks like a sort of negative factor, in clarity? By giving our students techniques to become effective communicator. Because if they can manage communication, they can more clearly send the message that they want to send. And also by creating an atmosphere of collaboration, where if something is not clear for me, but it may be clear for my classmate, and by working together, we are able to see a broader picture, the big picture of what we are facing. And how do we change ambiguity with agility? By giving them a chance of thinking, of working on their decision making, on debating, negotiating. So by giving them all those skills that will help them be more confident when facing a challenge, and so maybe being more confident when making mistakes. So don't feel being judged by anyone. So this is a way of looking at something that started as something negative. So something, oh God, I need to face this VUCA world, into another kind of VUCA where vision, understanding, clarity, and agility become our key factor in our classroom. And so now I need your help, or I need you to think about what competencies so do our students need to face this positive VUCA world. So what kind of attitude, what kind of skills or knowledge do our students need to develop to be a successful student and to be a successful worker? The name of this conference is Hope, and that is wonderful. When I saw that hope, I said, yes, I want to be there. And I do hope to give something to my colleagues. So in the chat, what kind of competencies do you think our students need to face our VUCA world? Just try. It's okay if you do not manage, okay? It's okay. And if I see silence in the chat, I will give you the answer, but let's try. Critical thinking, Maria. Yes, that is absolutely necessary. Social skills. Yes, Milena, we need to be able to work with our classmates, or in our case, with our colleagues. So we need social skills, sorry. Thanks, Milena. Any other idea? Okay, no, digital skills, absolutely, yes, they need, Maria, they need digital skills, because so that they have a chance of using all the technology that we have. Okay, let me give you some more examples. These are all the competencies that our students need. They need critical thinking, they need problem solving, they need managing information, okay, so that they know what is going on. They need to be creative and innovator, so creativity and innovation. They need communication, they need collaboration so that they can share the tasks. And teamwork is fundamental. They need to be good global citizen, yes, like being socially responsible. And they need to know also something about personal growth and well-being. And by personal growth, we also mean learning to learn, okay, being autonomous learners. So another exercise, a small exercise for you. So on the left-hand side, you see the VUCA aspects. On the right-hand side, you see some of the skills that we have, of the competencies that our students need. Can you guess maybe which competency is more relevant for each aspect of the VUCA world? So for example, for volatile, so to help our students to face volatile, can you guess which competency they may need? Alessandra, thanks for soft skills. I just read it. Okay. So for volatile, you say managing information. Okay. Yes, Maria. Alessandra, maybe soft skills was related to this. So in general, okay, problem solving, Milena. For volatile, okay. And for example, let's go to complex. For complex, what do they need? Problem solving, okay. Manage information again. For complex, also if something is difficult, maybe we are unable to do it on our own, alone. Oh, I cannot do it. We need creativity, yes, collaboration. Okay, thanks. Thank you so much. Now, there isn't just one skill which is appropriate to one aspect. We need maybe a little bit of more of all of them in the classroom. So this is where, as teachers, as educators, we need to help our students enhance these skills, because teamwork or collaboration, as we said, and thank you for having written this in the chat, will help us in working together towards a common goal. So we'll create a place where students together, not as a group, but as a team, they work on a common goal. And also they need to be able to delve deeper before making decisions. Unfortunately, our students take decisions too quickly. We also do that. Is it true? Yes. So we need to help them, to guide them, to be more reflective, to take time to choose among different aspects and different opinions, and then different events, and then be able to decide what is best for them. And also innovation and creativity. And when we say creativity, we have to be careful. This is something sometimes I struggle during my my presentation or during my training session with my teachers. They say, okay, creativity is not for all. I can be creative and I can do a very nice piece of drawing or a nice painting or whatever. Or I can play music, or I can write a song. This is not being creative. Of course, yes, it is being creative. But everyone can be creative if we think that creativity is a process, is something that develops during our sessions, during our lessons, that develops in our mind, in our heart. So it is something that we can teach our students. And then critical thinking, as you said, because that helps us to search for opportunities and find what is best for our students. And if we do that, the result will be that we have changed the challenges into opportunity, that we have made our students more resilient. And resilience nowadays is one of the key factors in the world of work, okay? In the world of work, a resilient employee is seen as one of the best characteristic, so resilience, that an employee can have. And if we give these tools to our students, we will help them, we will empower them, and they will be able to deal and face unpredictable forces. So let's go now into more the field of techniques, methodology, and approaches. It's not by chance that I've written here teacher coach. Here I'm not talking about me. Yes, I started as a teacher and now I am a coach. But I used I use this image because this is what I would like you to be. And here, I don't mean that you have to become coaches, okay? This is something different. I did it for my own purposes. what I've done since I became a coach, I became a coach, was to look at the techniques that I have learned, and I have transformed them so that they are coherent for the educational sector and the language classroom. So what I'm going to give you now is something that, even though it belongs from coaching, now it is for you to use in the classroom. And this is where teaching and coaching merge. So this is what you will take into the classroom tomorrow. So it will be a little bit of coaching in you. So this is why I put this sort of arrow that goes into your teaching methodology. So let's see the approach that I would like you to learn today and to use tomorrow. This is taken from Start With Why. This is Simon Sinek. He's a great coach for executive leaders. So we are talking about the top, okay? I've never met him in person, but I've watched a lot of TED Talks. So I do invite you to visit TED and look for him. And he designed an approach which is called Start With Why, the golden circles. I'm showing you, I show you what I'm talking about. So I hope you have this book, Start With Why, now in your list of books to read, maybe during Christmas. So Simon Sinek has designed the golden circle approach, this Start With Why. And I use this approach with my, I don't teach English now. I no longer, I don't teach English. I used to teach English 30 years ago. Now I only deliver leadership classes, okay? And I use these techniques with my leadership students. They are all teenagers, so they are your students. And whenever we have either a project or a task that they have to do, we start with why. So in the language classroom, you usually brainstorm. So for example, if we are going to talk about the weather, maybe we draw on the blackboard a cloud, the sun, some drops of rain, and then we ask, okay, guys, so what are we going to talk about today? So what is today's topic? Okay, this is the brainstorming technique that we all use when we start a new unit, a new topic, a new lesson. In this case, we don't start with the what, but with the why. So the focus of this phase of the lesson is not just brainstorming the vocabulary, but brainstorming why are we talking about the weather, okay? So what is the cause? What is the purpose of today's lesson? So maybe that can be the environment, maybe that can be what we can do to save the environment. This is just a simple example. So start with why. Then you go to the how. So what will be the process? What will be the actions that we will take to realize our why? And then, only then we talk about the what. So we start with the why, we then go to the how, and then we go to the what. A nice exercise that you can do tomorrow with your students, if you have teenagers aged, for example, so this is an example, maybe 15, 16, you know, that is the age when they have to decide what they want to study at university, what kind of work they would like to do. This is a nice exercise. You can give them these 3 circles, and they have to feel why first. So if Giovanni wants to become a doctor, why, Giovanni? Why do you want to become a doctor? And they have to write inside this circle the why. Because I want to help people, because my father is a doctor, because I've always loved blood, etc. Then they will write the how, and the how will be I will study for the entry test, and then I will join the university, blah blah blah. And then only at the end, they will say the what. So this is a nice exercise that you can do to help them use the language, but with the coach in mind. And why do I say with the coach in mind? Because a coach is someone who helps you see your future. So see that vision. Remember volatile, V, which stands for vision, the positive aspect of volatile. So by doing this exercise, you take 2 birds with 1 stone. You ask them to use the language, but you also ask them to create a vision of themselves. Okay, and this vision becomes clear. Remember, complex with clear. So this is where we are helping them. You can use this exercise with any topic you use in your classroom. Okay, it's just a different approach. Okay, and this is an exercise for us all. Okay, we have 10 minutes, and we will go through these 10. We will go through these 10 techniques together. And I would like this to be interactive. I know that we can interact by chat, which is enough. So let's check 1 point each. Clearly define the class fundamental values. So I would like to know if you have best practice to share with the classroom, with our class, with our attendees, so with our friends today that are here. We've just seen the start with why. Do you want to share other techniques? So we have 1 technique, I've just given you a technique. Have you got any other technique that can define the class fundamental values? Any idea? Any idea? Yes, let me open the chat. Draw maps. Yes, Milena, we can draw maps. Or another idea could be to create an agreement, okay, where we all write what we expect from us all. So we expect to be kind, to use nice words, to not interrupt. So we can create a sort of contract. Okay, okay, thanks. Now let's go to number 2, be flexible. What can we do to create, so to bring this technique of being flexible into our classroom? Any idea? Okay, I can give you mine. So of course I have all these techniques, being flexible, ourselves, yes, Alessandra, group work, yes. That's exactly what I was aiming at. So yes, being flexible. Example will be nine, paying attention to the students' need. Wonderful, Maria. Yes, yes. Which is, and in fact, I've written down in my notes, so I hope that you take the same notes that I have in mind, is to adjust our planning to our students' needs. So be more open, be more open, yes, to accept. Wonderful, Maria, also to accept when students are stressed. Maybe they need time. It's time to stop. It's time to create a safe space where, okay, we just calm down. It's time for you to open your heart to what is going on. And so then we have to be flexible. We adjust our plans to our students' needs. Sometimes just giving up our plan to meet our students' needs will give us a lot. Wonderful. Keep in mind mindfulness. Yes, we now hear this mindfulness coming into our classroom. Okay, number 3, be action-oriented. How can we be action-oriented? Number 2 is connected with 4. Yes, okay, Alessandra, we'll go back to that. Now, just let's go back to, sorry, Alessandra, let's wait for be action-oriented, just 1 minute, and then we go to your input. Be action-oriented. If we want to be action-oriented, what kind of activity do we need to bring into the classroom so that we have our students more in action rather than being just there to listen to us? Okay, I give you the answer is task-based activities. It's project-based activities. Okay, I'm sure that you all use project-based, but I know it is difficult, Milena, but if we maybe take very small, simple, an-hour project, maybe we can integrate that into our classroom. Number 4, as Alessandra said, is linked to be flexible. Okay, we need to welcome opinions, ideas. We need to teach our students that judgment is not useful for none of us, because judgments just stop communication. Okay, so let's go to number 5. Let students become leaders. What can we do? Something practical that we can do to let our students become leaders. We are leaders in the classroom, we know, but we can also ask our students to become leaders. Any idea? Okay, I come to your support. Share some activities that you do with them. So let them manage some classroom activities, assign roles, Alessandra, okay, and ask them to do something that you usually do. So maybe ask if everyone is present, or ask them to distribute the materials, ask them to check homework if something is easy, you know, just check for multiple choice exercises. So give them the responsibility of being important in the classroom. Okay, so give them roles and responsibilities. Number 6, communicate with emotional intelligence. What do we need to be? How do we need to be? There's a word that is so important, and as good teachers, and I know that if you're here at TESOL Italy, to attend all the sessions, and you're here also to attend my session, it means that you really care. And it is empathize. So communicate is to empathize. Number 7, appreciate. Show appreciation and gratitude. Any idea? Any idea what you can do? Have you ever heard about the appreciation box? Okay, the appreciation box is a box where students can put appreciation sentences to their classmates. So they can write, Giovanni, I'm very happy that today you have helped me. And they put these appreciation sentences in the appreciation box. And then maybe at the end of the month or at the end of the term, you distribute these sentences. So it's where they learn how to appreciate. Then number 8, be decisive and act with confidence and belief. This is where you need to guide your students that mistakes are welcome. Okay, I know that as teachers, we have to use the red and blue pencil, but we need also to transfer this feeling that making mistake is okay. Be a role model, we said at the beginning. This is we need to be the example. And then number 10, engage them in team building activities. I've just finished my team coach specialization course, and this is my mission from tomorrow on, that is to share the importance of teams, how teams are formed, what are the values of teams. So maybe next year, if we are here together, maybe you're going to listen about the importance of teams, but how they will have to be created. Okay, it's something different from the teams that we have in school. So I leave you with this piece of news for the future. And this is where I would like to finish today. And we have then maybe 2 minutes for questions if you want. You can be the sparkle of change, because if you embrace these techniques that and the approach that we have just shared, you can become a teacher coach, and you can make vision, understanding, clarity, agility your guiding principle, as they have become my guiding principles in my professions. So I would like to close here and see if there are questions for me. We have just maybe 1 minute, so maybe we don't have enough time for questions, but I'm very happy to leave you with, you have teacher coaches courses online at your school? Yes, I do. You can visit www.ctd.coach so that you can see what I do and how I can help you and your school and your students integrate these coaching techniques in your classroom. And of course, you can send me an email if you wish to. And
there is a question here. Do you have teacher coaches courses online at your school?
Yes, Alessandra, we have coaching techniques courses online. So if you visit the website ctd.coach, you will find, I'm just finishing a coach now, and I'm almost ready to put online the calendar for next year events. So this is all from me. Alexandra, thank you again for hosting my presentation, and I wish you good luck for the rest of the conference. To
So
you.
on behalf of TESOL Italy, I would like to thank Palmina and all the participants for taking part in this session, very interesting session. And the next session will be after lunch break, and any certificates of attendance will be available to download from the website at the end of the convention. Anyway, we have been closed down, I suppose.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
You said that the road to happiness was long and winding. You said that the forest would get dark, and that the ground could shift here upon this hill we're climbing. No matter how close we get, we're still so far. But I trust we'll find the clearing. I'm trusting the trail. No matter what we're feeling, there's one way we can't fail. Let's just keep hiking. Let's plant our feet. Let's just keep hiking. Keep hiking with me. Hold my hand, baby. Keep hiking with me. You said the road up to success was an impossible test unless we had some sort of map. And I could feel it in my chest just as our feet begged us to rest. I think this just might be the end of that. But I said I trust we'll find the clearing. I'm trusting the trail. No matter what we're feeling, there's one way we can't fail.